Hello there, my very good friends. On today's wrestling news, some huge WWE Creative is in the works.
ESPN totally screw up the WWE Wrestlepalooza announcement.
We'll tell you why Wrestlepalooza is becoming a WrestleMania level deal for WWE.
And Kurt Angle thinks WWE could be set for a major TNA acquisition. I'm Adam Wilborn.
They're buying the Impact Zone.
And this is the news.
No, they're not. You'll have to tune in to find out what they are.
Stick around.
What Kurt Angle thinks they're buying anyway. I'm not sure what sources he has on this matter. But yeah, let's talk about Penta first of all. Rey Fenix as well, and Andrade. So you might have been wondering, in the aftermath of Andrade's departure from WWE, what will they do with Rey Fenix? Because they'd been teaming. There were reports that good team. There were reports of them having the big match in Clash in Paris. Obviously, Andrade had some issues and then is out of the company now. That leaves Phoenix a little bit high and dry, although he did have the Sami Zayn match last week, which was very good.
Yeah.
Penta obviously came in extremely strong in WWE, very well presented, and is kind of like set. I think a lot of the online negativity is a bit much, but I think he's kind of settled into a middling rhythm.
He's established as a star that people recognise, but he's not troubling the world title picture.
He's not pushed, really. Like, he's not, you know.
He got his head caved in by the New Day.
He did. There might be plans in place to reunite them. The Lucha Brothers in WWE, finally. This is according to Battle Slam.
Is that a new card game?
Battleslam.com. It's like an ESPN announcer reading this. Bodyslam.net had a report earlier in the week. I'll just read the whole thing because it's nice and succinct. Rey Fenix's immediate creative plans are now currently being reshuffled due to Andrade's departure. The idea of the Lucha Bros reuniting has been discussed, but nothing is confirmed or imminent as of right now. I feel like that would be a pretty good move for both of them. I was initially quite surprised when they debuted them apart.
Yes.
However, it did work, certainly, like in terms of establishing Penta as a deal. Phoenix hasn't had quite the same push. I know he wrestled at Mania and stuff.
Lost.
He lost. Yeah, he did. He do be losing. But I understood the logic behind it. Established them before pulling them together.
Yeah, it was inevitable, wasn't it? They were going to be reunited.
Yeah, they will come together eventually. Does the departure of Andrade accelerate that? I think it's a pretty productive move for both of them, to be honest.
Yeah, I think Rey Fenix was arguably one of the persons who suffered the most with Andrade's departure, apart from Andrade, of course.
Yeah, although he's trying to balance.
He's trying to book himself into a match with MJF, I think I saw now.
Yeah, I saw him wright hair versus mask. It's like, you haven't wrestled in a mask in 10 years, mate. What's going on?
I'll put the mask on, just take it off again.
Yeah.
Called him a pussy, didn't he, as well?
Yeah, he did. I think he's going to send MJF back to Turkey if he has to get rid of that hair, isn't he?
Must become in big trouble. But look, yeah, Rey Fenix and Andrade, they were a fun team. It was kind of a bit like, two Lucha guys, shove you two together for a bit. And we knew that eventually they may get a short title run or whatever, but they were inevitably going to split and feud and what have you. But it's sort of like they've skipped all that and gone to the bit that they were presuming to go into after that, which is reuniting Penta and Rey Fenix, which makes a lot of sense, actually, because I really like the War Raiders, but they are rubbish friends. Like, how many times they were like, Penta, don't worry, we've got your back, pal. We know there's some shenanigans going on here with the New Day, but don't you worry. Meanwhile, Poor Penta's getting murdered backstage whilst Dominic Mysterio's having an interview, and War Raiders show up afterwards. What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
hey guys,
this.
Where were you? Where have we been? What have we missed?
So Phoenix is a slightly more reliable friend, and it's really exciting to see how they do in WWE.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they should win the tag titles, obviously.
They should. The Raw division in particular could use them, so I think it's a good move to kind of pool both of them into something that's a bit more forward-thinking and a bit more progressive and pushy. And
works quite well now as well with Judgment Day holding the tag titles and the whole Dominic Mysterio calling himself the King of the Luchadors and the El Grande Americano stuff.
They just beat their ass. Their ass. They could have a match against 5 different Americanos. Yeah, why not?
I've already booked War Games.
I've
said they should be in War Games this year, the Grandes.
Get them in.
I don't know who they are. It's difficult to crack that code.
It's really hard to figure out who's playing those characters.
It's like Chris Jericho's old code. What the hell does X+1 mean?
Yeah, YXJ? What's that?
I saw one of those engagement accounts recently saying, this is the date a while back that we discovered what the code meant. I was trying to crack it for ages. Ages?
Ages.
It was X+1, I think 2, and basically J, but like in a weird, a number or something.
Yeah.
Oh God, racking my brains over
What
it.
could this possibly be? My favourite recent bit of Jericho mystery was, remember when he was on The Masked Singer, right? And he did the da, 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 da,
Clap your arms, he said. I've got the clip on the soundboard.
Clap your arms. Well, when he did that, and he was like dressed as a lobster or something, he went, oh,
It's
and
so,
you immediately,
it's so Jericho. Oh, wow.
like anyone who's ever seen that man knew straight away who it was. A popular wrestling website that is now ran by an AI slop farm. It wrote a headline, AEW star possibly identified. It's like, come on, brother. Like, who else could that be?
I'm a Judas. Dance with me. I also really like whenever they reveal people on the Masked Singer, because like just in case people, they're like, oh my God, look who it is! It's AEW's Chris Jericho. Just so people are like, who the hell's that?
Who's this guy? Who's this wrestling guy?
Yeah,
that ties in quite well to this story.
It feeds
actually
nicely into it, doesn't it? Yeah. So obviously this weekend, Wrestlepalooza, ESPN debut for WWE, big pomp and ceremony. Andy will get into why they're making this such a big thing over the weekend. But obviously, with these sort of big media deals, they want a bit of crossover. They'll be promoting, you know, they've had like, oh, don't forget to watch the bull riding at the weekend or whatever it is on WWE.
They love it.
Look who's ringside. So, flip side of that is other sports promoting the thing that we like. Checkered history of this, and it continues with ESPN's Wrestlepalooza announcement. Robbie Fowler, that's right, you screw up our favourites' names, we'll screw up yours, Chris Fowler.
Yeah, you piece of trash.
Chris Fowler on Monday Night Football, let's play some football. During the match between the LA Chargers and the Las Vegas Raiders, had a usual sort of like, there's a quick snap, and we go to break there as the special teams come on or whatever. They go to the usual plug, and I'm like, okay, up flashes the image of the big match for the public, I suppose. Like, we're excited about AJ Lee and stuff like that, but the public will most know John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Oh my God, look at them. Even, obviously, Brock Lesnar history not only in the UFC, but in American football as well.
Sort of, yeah.
But apparently not enough history, because Chris Fowler went, big match this weekend, WWE Wrestlepalooza in Indianapolis. Big match between John Cena and Brock Lesnar. What do we think about that one, Steve? And his mate goes like, Brock Lesnar doesn't look human. He looks like he should be on a football field. He was. If you did any research, he did for a bit. And he's a UFC heavyweight champion.
He's a big man.
But, Andy, your predictions for John Cena versus Brock Lesnar?
Well, I really think that Brock Lesnar is going into this one with a heavy advantage since he returned at SummerSlam. He's been on a real tear through the WWE galaxy. I think that the F5 he delivered to Samuel Zahn was really...
the Alt F4 that he delivered,
That's kind of what he does to end the match. He Alt F4s people. The whole thing just goes... Doof. This chair is squeaking like a mother. Can you stop squeaking, you piece of shit? Sorry, children. Sorry, children. I think John Cena, as Santino used to call him.
Look at Santino doing it.
Yeah. Okay, this is funny, right?
It is funny.
People messing up is funny. I just attacked the chair, for goodness sake. How do you not know who John Cena is?
Yeah.
Like he's an actor.
He's really famous.
Brock Lesnar is really funny. Look, I think it exposes... We're all in a bubble with wrestling. It is more mainstream than it was like 5 years ago, but it's still not. It's still Tom Brady is more famous than Brock Lesnar.
Yes,
is what I'm saying. Wayne Gretzky is more famous than Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
I should have messed up their names for the bit, but I chose not to.
Yeah, we're respectful here.
Yeah.
It is just one of those things, isn't it? Of just whenever you see our beloved sport featuring somewhere else, you're always a bit nervous because stuff like this usually happens.
It's fun though. I like it. Like, I'm up for normies messing wrestling names up.
Like, I was on a stag do at the weekend, and somehow I think someone just had the telly on, or they turned the telly on. It was on ITV4, and Dynamite was on, right? And I really couldn't put across the point more that this isn't WWE.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, what? Sorry, that's not WWE.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's AEW.
Yeah.
Is that like a different bit of WWE? No, it's not.
It's a different company.
Just no idea.
Yeah.
And they were like, who's that guy? Who's that guy on the skateboard? I was like, that's Darby Allin. Actually, he's just climbed Mount Everest. And they were like, you really like this, don't you? I was like, I kind of have to know a little bit about my job.
Yeah, it's literally the thing I spend 8 hours a day on. Yeah, it's funny, folk. Let us know your favourite fake wrestling names in the comments.
Yeah, put some funny ones in the comments.
Who can you mess up the most? Ray Bunnocks. I don't know. I haven't got many other ones, to be honest.
LA Day.
Ellie.
Can't wait to see how that continues into No Way Up, of course, the next big pay-per-view.
Yeah, fully loaded dove. There you go. Lonesome dove. I don't know. Ellie Knight, but instead of L.A., it's the lady's name, Ellie. Why not? Sure, let's go. The
Elimination Chambermaid, of course, on the path to Wrestle
Murray.
WrestleCon.
Wrestlepalooza. Let's talk Wrestlepalooza.
Yes.
Earnestly. For what? Stop squeaking, man. I'm gonna hit this finger for Rikishi Driver if it
We are
doesn't.
going to have a ceremonial burning of the chairs when we move offices.
I'll burn this whole building down. Jeez. Me and the eel are gonna take it down to Funky Town.
Come
There
on,
he is.
you're coming with us.
Yeah, he's coming. I've already packed him. No, I haven't. But right, Wrestlepalooza. Why is this chair like this? Why is Wrestlepalooza being treated like a big deal?
Because they want to ruin AEW?
Yeah, they want to ruin wrestling. No, they want, basically, the short version of this is that they want it to be seen as like a domestic equivalent of WrestleMania when WrestleMania is overseas. So this is a...
When's that happening?
Yeah, haven't heard about that one. Fightful Select with the scoop here, noting that the ESPN and WWE, they wanted to put a huge promotional push into this weekend's event. Many reasons for this. It's the debut on ESPN, the new platform. It's competing with All Out, although admittedly that is more of a WWE concern than an ESPN. I can't imagine ESPN give a hoot about AEW.
They don't know about John Cena and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah. What's the main event? John Maxey versus Hangman Adam Podge.
In a coughing match. Whoever coughs first.
Yeah. Loses. It's coming this office. There's coughs all over the place. However, Sean Ross Sapp is told the Wrestlepalooza is going to be a major event going forward. Fightful had previously reported that WWE had floated the idea of doing 2 WrestleManias in case of a Saudi Mania.
I thought they might do that.
And the idea of like Super WrestleMania would be in Saudi Arabia and then WrestleMania would be here. So you kind of...
Proper WrestleMania.
Yeah, the real one. You're having your cake and eating it in that scenario. However, the Saudi government were like, no, we want the WrestleMania. So now
They got wise to it now, haven't they? They worked it out.
They do. Don't con us. Triple H. He doesn't run WWE.
What if we call it the greatest WrestleMania? Well, wait a second.
Yeah, well, we got a 50-person Royal Rumble for that, Chief. Was it 50 or 40?
Yeah, 50, I think
50,
you're right, yeah.
It was a big old bitch. Now,
I really liked Yokozuna in that one. That was my favourite.
they try to get the Ultimate Warrior, so I think he was busy or something.
Yeah, he must have been.
Yeah, it's weird. He didn't pick up the phone. Apparently, this is the big reason why WWE has gone so heavily into the Wrestlepalooza branding. The AEW thing and the ESPN debut are big factors, but in the words of Fightful, it is being looked at as something that can also help fill the gaps in future years if WrestleMania takes place outside of North America. So there you go. I don't really get I don't feel like this year, it's a big card, right? The card's good.
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
huge names on it. But currently, I don't get the impression that this doesn't feel to me as big as SummerSlam.
No, it's not a big 4 card, is it?
Yeah, exactly. So if you want to give it that big grandiose event feel, it probably needs more years, obviously.
Yeah.
Longer on the stove, let that thing marinate. That's what you do when you're marinating.
They've got a couple of years, haven't they, until they have to really hammer it home with Mania being in 2027 in Saudi.
Double night would help.
Yeah.
But then why am I advocating for that? That makes...
I want a double night Rumble first.
Double Rumble?
Yeah.
I'm up for a double Rumble.
Mainly because I think we could sell going instead of going to Saudi WrestleMania, to be honest.
Or what if we just went to the United States in 2027 and hosted our own event that had nothing to do with WrestleMania? Prospects. Anyway, what do you think?
Yeah, it makes all the sense in the world, this. I'm not really surprised by this report, but good report, obviously, as always, from Sean and Fightful, because you sense that this wasn't just like, right, we're going to do a big show to launch on ESPN and then just, kind of quietly put it on the back burner, because it did kind of come from nowhere, this Wrestlepalooza announcement a few months back. Having said that, though, you've got the big 4, obviously. SummerSlam is kind of far enough away, I suppose, in their eyes, or they can tweak the calendar around a little bit so they're not too close together, because you've kind of established a 2-night SummerSlam now.
Absolutely.
I hope that the Rumble is like they do Rumble in 2026 and then probably Wrestlepalooza in 2027, because I don't really need a 2-night Survivor Series, for example.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, it is completely unsurprising that they're, like you say, having their cake and eating it too, of just like, WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. But also, for WWE fans, we're doing other big things around that time in the States.
We got Palooza.
Yes.
For you losers.
I don't know whether this opens the door even slightly to the fact that they could be open to doing WrestleMania in the UK, obviously, because they're talking about a non-US or North American-based WrestleMania.
That would depend on how much money the UK pays them.
I was literally about to say, what was it, 50 mil?
Yeah.
I'm sure. I think Vegas bid 5, allegedly, anyway.
I'm sure our competent Prime Minister will do a good job of that. Vote Green.
Big royal welcome today, I hear, for the Americans.
Oh, is Prince Charles in the house?
Apparently so.
He's the king now.
He's doing a jet flyover for our...
Is he flying the
American
plane?
Counterparts, apparently, with his big sausage fingers.
The king. He's in a red arrow. Whee!
Red arrows. Do you see the red arrows when you're doing the Great North Run?
I did, although I was so late in getting started, they actually went overhead when I was still waiting to go.
I wish I was in that to be the finish finger.
It was like, cool, I'm doing my stretches like half an hour early, and the plane goes, douche, and I'm like, okay. Still nice.
I really had to be the calm but stressed parent with Eric, because Eric loves planes.
And buses and trucks.
And buses and trains and what have you. And I was like, I knew the red arrows were coming. I knew the vague time they were coming. And he was desperate to go and play in the under the bridge, and I was like, it's the one place you can't play, mate.
You can't go under the bridge.
You'll be able to see him.
Yeah.
Just grab, look up, quick. But yeah,
the bridge. It's the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Indeed.
And you don't want to go there when they're there. Let me tell you.
Yeah, Matt, how keen he was before you got there, by the way, to run across the track, and I was like, don't do that, pal. I'll never see you again.
Yeah, come on, Chief.
Shout out to everybody who did the Great North Run.
Yes.
I've got the bug again. I'll have to do it next year.
I'm doing the 10K next year. I'm not doing the big boy. I don't think ever again. It was tough.
By the way, I forgot to mention, I don't know why I mentioned this on the news, because we've got news to report in a second about TNA and Kurt Angle. But I was driving home the other day in the pouring rain. I saw this guy out.
Yeah, God.
I was going to beep at you, and I was like, he's already just trying to focus on getting home, I assume.
It sucked ass. I went out, and it was like, fine. It was a bit drizzly, which is good I like that for running, because it cools you down. But then about 10 minutes before I got home, it just opened.
Yeah, 5 o'clock, I walked out the door and the heavens were just...
Shirt was like... And I was just sprinting home. Like, I beat my 5K time for the year because I was just so desperate to get home. Yeah, it sucked. But also, I felt really good when I got in.
Yeah.
The shower was...
Oh, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Speaking of unbelievable, Kurt Angle's pretty bloody unbelievable. Love that guy. And he's been talking about WWE and TNA's relationship on Mic Check with Mr. Anderson, one of the best podcasts out there. You know, that's not ours, obviously. He said, I never...
a little DJ gimmick. When
yeah. I never thought in a million years...
Is that how DJs go?
That's how they do it, yeah.
You've been on tour with Mark Henry.
Yeah, and that's what he does. Yeah. Do it again.
That's how you do it.
I never thought in a million years WWE would ever partner up with TNA, said Kurt Angle. The reason why I love it, I know eventually the WWE is going to buy the TNA library, and the WWE will now own all the Kurt Angle footage in TNA, and the WWE fans are going to have access to it. I'm going to tell you right now, I had a much better career in TNA than I did in WWE. I was there a lot longer too, so most of my career was in TNA. WWE fans didn't see me, so now I have the opportunity of having the fans being able to see me compete in TNA and perform. I know it's going to happen eventually. He seems very confident about this. This TNA relationship is, I think, beneficial. Obviously, more so on the WWE side.
TNA is going to get a TV deal out of this.
Yes.
Yeah. So it will, business will. Better for them.
But the WWE, I mean, I'd like to see WWE get access to the TNA library.
You know what the sad?
I'd like to see more. Yeah. I'd like to be able to watch the TNA library easily. Basically.
Well, you can actually. Their streaming platform is basically the only streaming platform in existence that has everything. Like, everything is on there. So obviously it's a subscription, but it's like the most complete streaming service in wrestling because the network doesn't exist anymore. Obviously. AEW hasn't yet. I think a lot of AEW is up on Max. I don't know. I'm not in the US. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please do.
They post full matches on YouTube and stuff.
Stuff goes out. New Japan's is like missing loads of stuff because of relationships with TV providers and so. Why am I holding the eel? So TNA actually has the best and most complete library in existence. My worry would be that if WWE bought that, they wouldn't do anything with it because their new approach is just uploading things intermittently on the vault. So if you are a TNA hardcore and you want access to that thing, this is actually a really bad thing because it probably removes this great. It's a fantastic streamer that they have. Obviously, you have to pay, but like.
If you're a TNA fan, it's a drop in the ocean.
You want to watch the shows, you have to pay. That's how it works. We can't all be a dog with classical music in the background.
We all want to sit around and watch Jenna Maraska and Sharmell.
Exactly, the 5-star match. And look, their digital team, shoutouts to Garrett, they do a great job of uploading certain things to YouTube and stuff. So, not too dissimilar to the Vault. But my worry would be, like, if you're a TNA hardcore and you want to revisit the shows, all that would go away because WWE's not going to put it on a platform.
No.
They don't even do a platform for their own stuff. They just have the Vault. And look, the Vault rocks. I like the Vault, but I really miss the network.
Just being able to go, I'm going to watch,
I'm going to watch this episode of ECW from 1998.
I want to watch bragging rights from back in the day.
Yeah, I want to watch...
Who gets the trophy? Who cares?
Fatal 4-Way, the pay-per-view. That's like a Nathan Barley edition.
I was going to try and remember the submission one. It was Breaking Point, wasn't it?
It was.
Only submissions.
Snap or tap.
I kind of feel like you kind of paint yourselves into a corner there, guys.
Great Balls of Fire. Great Balls of Fire was actually good.
It was. That
Joe versus
yeah.
Brock was really good. Roadblock End of the Line, the classic.
I always remember the hilarity of, we're going to do a pay-per-view. It was dark time. It was when they were, tarping off larger parts of the arena. When they did Stomping Grounds, and they went, Stomping Grounds. Who can we put on the poster for that? Roman Reigns with his punch, probably.
Yeah, it's that famous stomp user.
Big boot on the logo. Anyone? No. Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Idiots.
Yeah, buffoons. This was before Roman Reigns was good.
Do you think it's going to happen? I think they're going to get TNA's library.
Kurt probably knows a lot more about it than me. I think it might. I don't think it's good because I think that having access is better than everyone holding on to stuff. If you want to watch TNA, you can just pay the amount a month and go and do it, right? Like, just go and do it.
Also, Kurt, don't put yourself down. You're awesome in WWE as well. I realise that he prefers his TNA work.
Kurt rules, man.
Yeah.
I love Kurt. He's a good guy. And hey, if you want to know...
He was amazing in the Main Event Mafia.
He was.
Like...
He's just great. Kurt rules. Like his legacy gets relitigated a lot these days, and I do understand why some people aren't as high on his work as others. It is very action. Like it's very non-stop and like a lot of focus on exciting, like sensation over emotion sometimes. But sometimes that's exactly what I want, man. Like I love Kurt Angle, man.
He is one of those names that immediately pops in my head when people talk about 5-star matches. I'm not really arsed, but I'm like, Kurt kind of deserves more recognition.
Yeah, and ultimately, like I made a whole video about this actually.
You did, it was really good.
You should check that out. But ultimately, if you think it's a 5-star match, it is a 5-star. It's all opinion. Dave is not. It's just his opinion, man. Like we don't need to get so annoyed.
No.
I don't think. Do you think that Kurt Angle has a 5-star match? There you go. There's today's debate in the comment section. I think he's probably got 3 or 4, personally. But look, here's one straight off the rip. Him and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie.
That was class.
Boom. There's many, many more. Thank you for joining us today.
Don't forget to check out Kirk Angel.
Yeah, Kirk Angel and Stephanie Big Man.
Ronan Rousey.
Versus Triple... you can't really mispronounce Triple H, can you? Like,
they can actually nail.
Yeah, triple cake. There you go.
Triple her.
Check this.
Hey.
See you later.
Bye.
Yeah.